Okay, so I'm starting to ride a bit of track. I've never grew up riding track and I've never really ridden track before. What I'm really concentrating on here is my cornering or berms, and then getting some speed on into the next one, and then holding that speed over the jumps. So this little section I'm pretty comfortable with. My berms are terrible, I get that. I've got very little experience on a dirt bike in general. I bought this one 3.5 years ago and I put 100 hours on it. I've done 10 of those hours in the last 2 weeks, so I'm starting to ride a little bit more. And then hitting this jump okay, but on this day I just didn't have the balls to hit the second jump. So I set up a little circuit and I just concentrated on these two berms and the couple of jumps and piecemealed them. It doesn't always go to plan, but that's okay. The big thing I was telling myself here was, I didn't set myself up well on that first jump, but just hold that speed and just make up for it on the second jump. And again, still not ready to hit this third one. Getting a lot more comfortable over the last jump, holding the speed pretty easily out of the berm.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket, I'm going on a...
I was just filthy at myself. I rode pretty much every day, most of the week, and I was just filthy that I didn't hit the second jump. So I got some knee braces because my old knees having surgery on both of them were starting to hurt, and just thought, you know what, I'll just go for it. It was more fear than anything else. The jump was actually really easy. Nothing like trying to learn a new sport or a new skill as an adult, and that fear of embarrassment when you stuff things up. So nearing the end of the second day on the track, I started to hold a bit more speed through here and then started to extend the course. It's a nice little variation. It's not a too rutted up track, so it's good fun for someone at my level. And this one's a little tricky because you've got to hold the speed out of that berm because it's quite tight. And these jumps I'm starting to feel real comfortable now. And then this third jump, it's all sort of messed up in the middle, so if I do miss the landing, which I'm going to land short initially, it's going to be bad for me. So you can see most people skipping it, and then I started to do a few runs extending onto the rest of the track instead of just exiting that first quarter. And this is the next section of the track I'm going to attack. But, you know, it's mid-afternoon, it's just too hot, so after 2 days of truck work, I packed up the bike. So I really like loading my bike up like this. It goes diagonal across the tray so it fits in with the tailgate shut, and it's cinched onto the foot pegs. So I just compress the suspension enough to cinch it down, but the suspension isn't compressed the whole time.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't...
Back into the desert riding, a lot more comfortable just riding in the desert, but trying to work on bike control. So trying to get the bike to get a little bit of movement through the air and hit these jumps just a little bit slower speed but more comfortable. Once the weekend rolled around, hit the desert with Jacko. Always good to ride with other people because I can push myself a little bit further, knowing that something does happen.
It's a jerk and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life cause I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a Big swing home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back. Moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do?
Oh, might be overheating. That's that water. Has to be, yeah, that's heater, radiator.
Wow.
I got some coolant in the car. We haven't been going that hard.
I've never had that happen before.
It's what time's it up? What's that?
Let it cool for a bit.
Yeah, and then let's limp it back to the car, and I got coolant.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
I could feel it feeling a bit warm coming off the side here. I was like, why's it feeling hot?
yeah. So, I mean, it's a still morning, but mine's at 78, which is quite low.
Yeah, I don't know why it's over.
Jacko's clutch broke. I thought I'd go out and get him and it wouldn't be too bad, but it's pretty soft still. We've been digging it out for a good 30 minutes, but we're close enough that we're just gonna tow it out with Jacko's car. So let's set that up. Okay, so we've got a proper towing hitch. And then a metal shackle. I prefer another fabric or rope shackle, but it's fine because it's designed for it. So don't ever use a tow ball, use a proper towing shackle. Then on the other person's car, I like to use a rope shackle. Okay, and we're pretty close, and Jacko's got a tow ball, which we're not going to use. Alright, we're on Jacko's car. Don't want to use a tow ball lever, so we've gone onto the towing mount with the soft shackle. Nice and easy. I'll just hit the horn when I'm ready, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Okay, kinetic rope, you don't need a big pull. All the energy gets stored in the rope, and that's what pulls you out, as opposed to yanking on the shit out of the car. Alright, we're good. Back it up a bit. Give it a little bit more gear juice. There we go. Look at that. Doesn't need to give it too much. I don't want to run over the rope. And piece of piss, we're out. Saved us another 40 minutes of digging. Now we just got to fix Jacko's bike. Okay, we got my car out and Jacko's up there trying out the new clutch, hopefully. Looks like he's still going. And then we'll get back out there. Lucky it's winter because we had to dig this piece of shit out for half an hour, but that's life. These new bikes, just don't make them like the old 2016. Can't beat it. This time we think we've actually fixed the clutch. I hate the sound of this chain slapping away. So we'll have a look on my bike. Different systems, but basically under here there's an adjustment. Mine's like that, there's less than showing on mine.
Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, though I'm doing things right.
then we're back to square one because we don't learn. But that doesn't really make sense though, mate, because
I reckon if I pull this like this, see I pull that tight and pull it.
but it's the disengaging, yeah?
Yeah.
Not the engaging.
It's like this.
Gonna look at the clutch. Go again.
I'm going all the way in.
It's going all the way in, but it's definitely coming all the way back.
It's got to be the plate.
The other thing we could do is take this off, back at the car,
Yeah.
and see if that shifts back. No, it's still got play in the cable, didn't it?
Yeah.
It has. I think it's the plates,
It's got to
unfortunately.
be the plates, yeah.
Because the problem's not the clutch
No.
engaging; it's the
Yeah, it's
clutch
not coming on,
not
yeah.
disengaging.
So I reckon when it cooled down before, that's how it could, because it
Yeah,
maybe burnt sticky.
yeah, and that's probably why it overheated because clutch was getting so fucking
Yeah.
hot.
Let it cool down a bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get the clutch working again. Enough to get it up. Recovery vehicle's arrived. That's up there. There's the bike. Oh, what a day. Adventures.
Alright, my car, Jacko's bike. The plan is we're going to hook around here, up on this line, hit where Jacko's standing with some pace, jump over this and get down nearish his bike. See how we go. Oh, you know why it's fucking up? My tyre pressures were at 30 and I bumped them all up yesterday. So the difference is huge. Nah. I could. I'm just going to do it. Take us an extra 2 minutes. We're doing the smart thing. We're going to air down. Makes sense. I just pumped these up yesterday, which explains why they're just struggling so much out here. Okay, so I'll just run these. They're meant to be autos. Down here is nice and flat. I got stuck coming up this one.
Oh, okay, yeah, because turn your right here.
Yeah. I got stuck just over there. Only take me a minute. Alright, let these down. So how these work, there's normally a little valve you can set on the back. It never works. So I just remove the valve, throw these on. So my tyres yesterday, the low tyre pressure sensor came on. I checked them, they were around 28 to 30, which isn't great for highway. So I bumped them all back up to 38. So I was out here last week and had no issues, but that 8 PSI makes a huge difference. So when we let the tyres down, we're not actually making them fatter, we're making them longer. Yeah, so instead of this much tread on the ground, we're going to have this much tread. Okay. So yeah, they will be a little bit fatter as well, but that's not the ultimate goal there. It's basically to increase the ground surface and give us more traction. You can see on my tyres all chunked up from hitting the traction board. So we're not stuck at the moment at all, but Jacko's bike's in a shit spot and I'd rather not have a broken bike and a car stuck out here. Alright, see how we go.
We all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Alright, let's get this bike on here.